The 992K operator information and walk-around video gives an overview of a daily pre-shift walk-around. Operators should view this video in its entirety and adhere to its guidelines. However, it is not a substitute for the operations and maintenance manual. Please study the O&M manual completely. The information in the O&M manual and video is not all-inclusive. Caterpillar cannot anticipate every potential hazard. Remember, every decision you make affects your personal safety and the safety of others. When you are on the job, always be aware of any potential problems and hazards. The safe operation of any machine begins with a thorough walk-around inspection. You should perform this inspection with the machine parked and buckets set on level ground before you start your work shift. Please note safety signs placed in various locations around the machine. When conducting the daily walk-around, look for machine irregularities, damaged parts, or leaks. To keep your daily walk-around consistent, it is recommended that you maintain a routine as you move around the machine and remember to report anything that may cause unsafe operation or damage to the machine. Begin your walk-around of the 992K at the left rear wheel. Check the inside and outside of the tire and note rim condition. Look for any loose lug nuts and any cracked, bulging, cut, or worn tires. When possible, using every safety precaution, physically inspect the undercarriage of the machine. Look for any leaks, loose bolts, foreign material, abrasions, or dents, and check the general condition of the left side of the undercarriage. Next on the left bumper is the Safety Service Center. Located here are the stairway light switch, engine shutoff switch, a VIMS port, an electronic technician ET-COM2 port, a starter lockout switch, a power-on switch, and a transmission lockout switch. Look for any loose switches, foreign material, or dents, and check the overall condition. In this same area, you will find the optional fast fill with a standard fill of the fuel tank easily accessible from the lower left platform. Make sure the cap is securely fastened. As you move around the back of the machine, visually inspect all lights, lenses, and the optional rear vision camera for any damage. Check the radiator and fan grill for any debris. Visually inspect the rear undercarriage of the machine as you did previously. As you continue your walk-around to the right rear of the machine, make sure the handrails and steps are in safe condition. Next, check the right rear wheel and tire as you did on the left side. Moving around the right side of the machine, the other hydraulic tank for the implement system is located under the right side upper platform. Once again, the hydraulic sight gauge is easily viewable from ground level. Check the fill level while the engine is off. The oil level should fall between the add and full marks. If you need to add oil, the fill tube is behind the service bay door on the right side of the platform. Make sure to leave enough room for expansion. Right below the implement tank is an access door with ground-level access to the optional service center. As you evaluate the optional service center, make sure the protective caps covering service points are securely fastened and check their overall condition. The service center offers fill tubes for the radiator, the implement tank, the steering tank, the transmission, the engine oil, and, if equipped, a tank fill and full light for the optional oil renewal system and optional auto lube system. The full lights allow the service technician to ensure the optional systems are full while easily filling them from ground level. Moving to the right articulation area, look for any debris or foreign objects. Check the condition of the hydraulic lines and steering cylinder. Make sure the center pins are greased and that the bolts are not loose on the U-joint and drive shaft. If service to this area is required, please note the steering frame lock should always be engaged. In this same area, you will find the front frame hydraulic center for monitoring key front frame pressures. Also located here is the manual implement lowering valve. As you leave the articulation area, inspect the underside of the machine. And remember to check the right front tire and rim as you did before. The hydraulic lift cylinders should be checked for any leaks around the seals and for any damage to the rods which might allow contaminants to enter the hydraulic system. Check the hydraulic hose connections and look for any weeping, cracked, bulging, or worn hoses. Next, visually inspect the back side of the bucket for damage. As you walk around the front of the bucket, check the corner bits and cutting edges for wear. Visually inspect the cab and running lights for damage. Finish your inspection of the hydraulic and bucket area from the left side. When possible, safely inspect the left side front and center portion of the undercarriage. Once again, look for any leaks, loose bolts, foreign material, abrasions, or dents, and check the general condition of the undercarriage from this side. Also, check the inside and outside left front tire and rim condition. As with the right side, check the left side articulation area. It should be free of any foreign material. Check the condition of the hydraulic lines and steering cylinder. Next, in front of the left side platform in the hitch, you see the transmission sight gauge for ease of daily viewing at ground level and the transmission fill tube. Prior to starting the 992K, the oil level should be at the cold level full mark. Note, the sight gauge has different full marks for when the engine has just been started and when it is at normal operating temperature. Above and slightly to the right, you see two grease zerks for the axle oscillation bearings. Below the cab on the left side of the machine, you will find the steering hydraulic oil sight gauge. Hydraulic oil level should be checked when the engine is off. The oil level should fall between the add and the full marks. If you need to add oil, the fill tube is behind an access panel on the top platform to the left of the cab. Make sure to leave enough room for expansion. Before you climb to the first platform, make sure the handrails and steps are in safe condition. When climbing on this or any machine, always maintain 3 points of contact. As you move up the stairway, open the engine compartment door and check the engine oil level. The dipstick has fill level marks. If additional oil is needed, the fill tube is conveniently located here. When you are finished with the oil check, inspect the engine compartment for any leaks, debris, or loose brackets, and make sure the engine compartment light is in working order. The air filter indicator is located in this area and should not be in the red zone. As the operator moves to the top platform, located on the front of the engine hood is the coolant sight gauge to easily check coolant levels. The coolant sight gauge should show full before you begin operation of the machine. The coolant fill tube is located behind a small access door on top of the hood. Now that you have completed your exterior machine inspections, make sure that the windows and mirrors are clean. Upon entering the cab, make sure your seat belt is in safe condition and fasten it. Adjust the implement control pod, stick controller, armrests, and the cat comfort seat. If your machine is equipped with the optional rear vision camera, turn it on and adjust it for maximum visibility. It is important to establish a good service routine to ensure operator safety and prolong the life of the machine. Remember to refer often to the operation and maintenance manual as it has vital information including a recommended maintenance schedule. The new 992K wheel loader. Productive machines that perform when and how you need them because they're designed with you in mind.